When pesticides are used according to label directions, there is very little chance that they could cause harm. However, in spite of all precautions, an accident with a pesticide could happen. This video does not replace a first aid course, but gives some tips on what you can do if you or a coworker is exposed to pesticides. Learn the signs of a pesticide poisoning and what to do in an emergency. The symptoms of a pesticide poisoning can be clear and immediate, or can be delayed and more subtle. Pesticide poisoning symptoms can look like the flu or heat exhaustion. If someone has been working near pesticides and you see any possible symptoms of pesticide poisoning, take first aid action immediately. Prompt action may save a life. First aid is the help that you can give at the scene until the person receives professional medical help. There should be staff at your workplace that is trained in first aid. In any emergency, call that person. If the first aider is not available and you can help, always protect yourself first and check the scene to make sure it is safe for you to help. If you see someone unconscious in an enclosed area, such as a greenhouse, do not enter. There could be something dangerous in the air. Get help from someone who is trained to wear a respirator. In an emergency, call 911 or ask someone else to call. If the person is unconscious, check to see if the person is breathing. If not, check the airway for obstructions and start CPR. If the person is breathing, put them in the recovery position. If the person is conscious, ask them if they need help. If you think that pesticide poisoning has occurred, call someone who is trained to handle pesticides and to follow the instructions they get from the pesticide label, safety data sheet, or the Ontario Poison Centre. Stay with the person until more help arrives. Remember, first aid is not a substitute for professional medical help. Get the person medical help right away if needed. If you breathe in a pesticide, get to fresh air immediately and call for help. Loosen any tight clothing, sit down so it is easier to breathe, and stay calm. Try to breathe normally. Your employer and first aider will help see if you need further medical support. Eyes can absorb pesticides very easily. If you get pesticide in your eyes, flush your eyes immediately with clean, cool water. Don't pry your eyes open. Let them open naturally under a gentle stream of water. If pesticides are only in one eye, tilt your head so that the affected eye is facing down and the water flows to the ground and not into your other eye. Keep flushing your eyes for at least 15 minutes. Your employer and first aider will help see if you need further medical support. Skin contact is the most common way that people can be poisoned from pesticides. If you get pesticides on you, stop the exposure and remove any contaminated clothing. Wash or shower with lots of soap and cool water right away. Wash your skin, hair, and under your nails thoroughly for 15 minutes. 15 minutes may seem like a long time to wash, but it is necessary to remove as much of the pesticide as possible and prevent it from being absorbed into your skin. Put on clean clothes and watch for any allergy symptoms such as swelling or a rash. If you have breathing or eye or skin issues later, you may need to see a doctor. Your employer and first aider will help see if you need further medical support. If a pesticide is swallowed, call for help immediately. Don't try vomiting, it could make you sicker. Wash your face and lips and rinse your mouth with lots of water, then spit it out. Call or get someone else to call the Ontario Poison Centre. The Ontario Poison Centre will want to know what, when, and how much pesticide was swallowed, and the size of the person, so they can give the best advice for treatment. Working on a hot day can make you sick from the heat. Heat exposure or sickness can look like pesticide poisoning and can be very serious. Become familiar with the signs and symptoms of heat sickness, such as headache, heavy sweating, or shortness of breath, and the more serious symptoms of dizziness, nausea, or vomiting. If you feel the early signs of heat sickness, stop what you are doing and tell your employer and first aider. Then cool yourself down by drinking some water and taking a break in a cool, shady area. If someone has heat stroke and faints, passes out, or has convulsions, call 911 immediately. This is a medical emergency, and fast action may save the person's life. While waiting for emergency services, remove excess clothing, fan and cool the person with water. If the person is conscious, offer sips of cool water. On hot days, consider working with a buddy. Look out for early signs and symptoms of heat sickness in others, and remind them to take preventative steps like drinking water frequently and resting in the shade. Wherever you work, be prepared for an emergency. Know who at your work is trained in first aid and CPR, and also who is trained in pesticide safety. Carry a phone and know who else can call 911 for more help. Know where to find clean water and the first aid kit quickly. This can be part of the emergency plan at your workplace, which should be reviewed every year. Consider taking more training yourself and be prepared to respond if you or a coworker is exposed to pesticides. Knowing what to do quickly can keep you and your coworkers safe.